Tracy, and I'm back at it again with another video. I'm back with another video, guys, and by the title of this video you could tell this is about to be another story time. Now I might post this video first or my last video, but regardless, I'm gonna be wearing the same shirt, same outfit, same day. Y'all already know the drill. I gotta put out content, okay? I'll be busy, okay? But yes, so this is another story time about the time where me and my friends got almost damn near got jumped at the park, y'all. Like all over. Y'all, I don't even know what I'm gonna title this story. I'm gonna figure it out what I'm gonna title this story. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, let's go. Oh wait, before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's go. So okay, I already mentioned one of my best friends in my last video that I'm gonna post. I don't know which one is gonna go up first, but I have already mentioned her, so I'm gonna mention her real name again. So it's me, my best friend Ivy, her cousin, and we're gonna call my other friend at the time, we're gonna call him Rita. I know y'all like him, Rita. It's gonna make sense, y'all. It's gonna make sense. So me, Ivy, and Rita was literally my only friends in high school. After I fell out with Fran, after the whole situation that happened with her ex and everything, if you haven't watched that story time, make sure you go watch this. It's literally my last video, so make sure you go watch that story time, because after me and her friendship was over, I became super close with Rita and Ivy. Now Rita Rita is gay, you know, and he was just the life of the party. Everybody loved Rita. Rita was popular, and he was just like, you know, I don't really want to do a stereotype on gay guys, or you know what I'm saying, because I don't want people to be like I'm trying to like make fun of anybody or whatever. But Rita was very like, he wasn't like the typical gay guy, like as far like when we was in high school. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory on our friendship before I get into the story. Rita wasn't really like that. Like, Rita was like very calm, chill when we were in high school. Like, then like I think it like by our second to last year, like junior year and senior year, that's when he really started expressing himself more. He started wearing makeup, he started doing his nails. He was like a little bit more in tune with his feminine side or whatever, compared to when I first became cool with him, which was in 9th grade. He was more reserved, very quiet, just, you know, out the way. But like, you know, as years went by in high school, he kind of got out his shell and just became super vibrant, life of the party, always want to be in the middle of things. Just, he was just that. Like, that was just Rita. And me and Ivy were both Sagittarius, so we were like twins. Like, we out the way. We don't like to be in the middle of stuff. We don't like to be the center of attention. We just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that was our friendship. After high school, we still were all close. We were all best friends. Like, we were super close, y'all. Like, from 9th grade all the way to, we went to the same college. Like, y'all, we were just super close, all three of us. And they will always come to my house, y'all. This is when I lived on Gun Hill and in the Bronx, by the way, if you don't know. But this is when I lived on Gun Hill, and they will always come over my house. It don't even matter where I lived at. They will always come over my house. So one day they came over my house. Mind y'all, the only reason why I remember the specific day is because it's gonna make sense. But that day was Pride. It was actually Pride. And y'all know Pride is when, you know, you celebrate the LGBTQ community. And you usually in New York, we have the Pride Festival. So we have all these like celebrities in the parade on the little boat things, and they just be doing their thing in the city. But we didn't go. Me, Rita, and Ivy didn't go. Rita really wanted to go because I think he had went before and he wanted to go again. But for some reason, we didn't go. I don't remember why, but we didn't go. So instead of going to Pride, we ended up chilling at my house. And then since it was super hot, it was like, I think it's summertime, because Pride month is in the summer. So it was summertime, it's super hot, you know. So we like, you know what, let's hang out on my house, eat, take pictures, you know, do us, and then go outside. And I remember Ivy's cousin, what we gonna call her? We're just gonna call her cousin. She don't really need a name. But Ivy's cousin will always hang out with us. She was like, I think a year or two younger than us. But she will always hang out with us too. And like, she was cool. Everybody, we will all get along. We were all cool or whatever. At my house, it's me, Ivy's cousin, Ivy, and Rita. So we all at my house, we chilling. Rita is looking good, okay? I'm talking about, he had the pride flag eyeshadow colors, all of that, makeup beat, hair beat, outfits. Just, yes, it was giving, y'all. Like, it was giving. So I was just like, okay, Rita, like, yes, I see you, like, you looking good. So he's like, yeah, you know, it's pride, so I gotta represent, like, you know, we just laughing, we chilling, we hanging out, cool. We at my house, y'all. So then we like, all right, we've been at my house for too long, let's step outside, it's hot, let's go to the park. Now, the only reason why I'm mentioning where I live, which is Gun Hill, is gonna make sense why I'm mentioning this. And before I even go further into the video, this is a little disclaimer. This video is not to bring up any old drama, because unfortunately, after that situation, me and Rita ended up not being friends. Even till this day, like, we don't talk anymore because of the situation. I mean, we spoke like after the situation a little bit, like I think a year later we spoke about it, and we, you know, it was kind of like a, okay, this how you feel, this how I feel, but you know, we still aren't really on talking terms like that. So I don't want to bring up this story time to bring up any drama. This is just me telling my story, and this is for entertainment purposes, and that's it, and that's all. All love to Rita, all love to, yeah, it's none of that drama stuff. So anyways, let's get back to it. So we're like, let's step outside, you know, let's go to the park. I usually used to exercise at the park with my mom in the morning time. So I used to be at this one park all the time, y'all. So I'm like, let's go to this one park I always go to, and let's hang out there. Ivy's cousin had the hookah. She had brought her little hookah. So we like, oh yeah, let's catch a vibe outside. It's summertime. I'm pretty sure the ninjas is outside, which they were. Hello. It's summer. Like, the ninjas is outside. It's the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody outside. The mamas, the barbecues is out. They grilling on, you know, people are just having a good time. So we want to be a part of it. We don't want to be stuck in the house. So we like, okay, period, let's go. We grab our stuff. We got the hookah. And then we also was like, let's see if we want to go to the mall, because I literally lived right down the street from the mall, y'all. I lived right down the street from the mall. So we were like, let's see if we also want to go to the mall. But before we even decide what we want to do, let's just go to the park and hang out and smoke some hookah. So we make our way to the park, y'all. Like I said, it's packed. It's ninjas, gangsters. It's just a vibe. It's summer vibe time. Like, it's a summertime vibe, y'all. I said summer vibe time. Hello, it's a summertime vibe, y'all. I'm telling y'all, there's nothing like, there's nothing more vibey than just summertime in the hood. Like, that's the most vibiest, dangerous place to be in the summer, like the hood. But that's what it was. We was in the park chilling or whatever, and we didn't go into the park. So the way the park was set up, there was like different exits and entrances to the park. But we went through the main entrance, which have these big stairs, these long stairs that lead all the way down to the park. So we didn't even go down the stairs into the park. We were kind of in front of the park, like on the sidewalk. And there was like this big, like, y'all know, I'm gonna try to insert a picture so y'all know what I'm talking about. But these big, like heater things where you could sit down. Well, you can't sit on them, but you know, everybody sits on them. So we kind of just sitting there hanging out, because it was a lot of people at the park, and we didn't really like I said, I know Rita was very like extra, want to be a part of like every fun thing, everything that's like every large group he wanted to be in the middle of. But Rita was also very street smart, even though he was like, you know, extra and always wanted to be a part of like, you know, the big circles and everything like that. He was very, very street smart. He knew this wasn't his neighborhood. This was my neighborhood. And I was pretty new in the neighborhood too, y'all. I think I had just moved there maybe a couple months ago. So I was still pretty new to the neighborhood. But this was my neighborhood. This wasn't his neighborhood. So he didn't really, like, we didn't really care to be in a park full of, like, ninjas, kids. It's like, water balloons. It was just a lot going on. So we were just like, let's just stay up here until things kind of clear out a little bit, and then we could make our way downstairs to the park. So we in the sidewalk still chilling. We got our speaker. I don't know if we had a speaker or if we was using the phone for music. I think we was using somebody's phone for music, and then we like dancing, we filming, we recording, we just having a blast, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we having fun on the sidewalk, not even in the park, but like on the sidewalk, just chilling. So we dancing, you know, and y'all, Rita, one thing about him, he gonna dance, okay? And Rita could twerk. Rita will twerk, whine. He will out twerk me. Ivy didn't really dance like that, but he will out twerk me. He will out whine me and Ivy's cousin, okay? Like we would all, like, me, Rita, and Ivy's cousin, we would literally, when it was time to dance, we would dance. One thing about us, we was gonna dance. So we was playing music, we over here dancing, recording each other, just having fun, y'all, having a good time. So then we see like a guy kind of walk by us type, and we not paying no mind because people are walking in, like, in and out the damn sidewalk. It's a sidewalk, people walk on the sidewalk. So we not really paying nobody no mind, but we just see like some guys kind of walking by us while we're like doing our thing, we're dancing, having fun, laughing or whatever. So we not paying them no mind. So then we're like, all right, y'all, we over here turned, we hot, we thirsty. Do we want to go to the mall and go to the food court, or like go somewhere around the mall and get something to eat? Or do we want to order food? Because low-key, like, we were low-key vibing where we was at. We didn't really want to move, but we wanted to eat. So we like, we're hungry. So like, what we got going on? So I'm like, well, me and my sister, we did Uber Eats once at the park, and the guy actually came at the park. But the way he came from a specific entrance, which is kind of like not far in the park, but it's like on the other side of the park. So if we're gonna order food, we can order food from the park, but we have to be at this specific entrance, or else he's not gonna be able to find us. Because y'all, the park was pretty big, and like I said, it's different entrances and exits. But I'm guessing one of the two main entrances was where we was already at, and then the other side of the park was like the main entrance. So I'm like, we could order food if y'all want. So they like, yeah, let's order some food. Instead of us going all the way to the mall, let's order some food and let's just chill at the park the whole day type thing. Because like I said, the park was packed, and you know, when it's summertime, people really don't leave until it's like really like dark, or you know what I'm saying, like, and they still be people even when it's dark. So we already knew we were going to be at the park all day, and we weren't going to be alone. Like, there's going to be people at the park or whatever. So we were good. So we like, all right, so instead of standing where we at, let's go into the park, and then let's go find a seat somewhere that's kind of close to the other side of the entrance. So whenever we order food, the delivery guy could be right there. Instead of us like looking for him in the park, we could just be right there. So when the delivery guy comes, you know, we good to go. We could grab our food with no problem. So we like bet. We get like Ivy's cousin grabs the hookah. We grabbing our stuff. We didn't really have much, but we grabbing our phones, our little purses, and we start making our way down the stairs to the park. So we going down the stairs, y'all. We're walking. Now, as we're walking down the stairs, now we actually in the park. So on the other side of the park, right, there is literally across from us, like on the other side, there is a bunch of ninjas, okay, a bunch of guys just kind of like, and when I tell y'all, it's probably like 10 of them. It's like 10 of them just kind of like sitting like in the little seats, and you know how they have tables and seats made out of concrete? They just kind of like chilling and sitting, talking, kind of, you know, chilling, you know, doing ninja stuff. So we're walking past, we're just talking amongst each other, we chilling, we just walking. So as we're kind of walking past them, this is them, right? So y'all could kind of visualize. This is them, and this is us. We're trying to go this way, but they're sitting and chilling right here. And so we're walking this way. We kind of have to walk past them in order for us to kind of get to the park. I mean, get to the other side of the park and sit down or whatever. So as we're walking this way, we just hear a bunch of slur words. Now, because I'm on YouTube and I don't want this video to get taken down, because I'm really like, y'all know I'm trying to minimize my cursing. But anyways, we hear a bunch of slur words. I'm just gonna say maybe one slur, so you know, y'all could kind of get the idea of what they were saying. All we hear is Batiman, F word. I'm not gonna say it, but if you know, you know. Gay, a ninja, a lot of like, yeah, a lot of homophobic slurs. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it's like we're kind of like, what? Who are? Obviously we're not slow. We know like they're addressing us, but that's because they're really addressing Rita, you know. So we're just kind of like, what? Like, so I'm looking at Rita and I'm like, don't say nothing. And he's just irritated. And one thing about Rita, Rita had a mouth on him. Rita had a mouth on him. You piss him off and he's going off on you, period. So I knew how Rita was, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, do not say nothing. Let's keep walking. I just was saying, keep walking. Don't say nothing, because I don't know what's wrong with them. They're weird. We're not even saying nothing to them. We're not even addressing them. We're just minding our business. And they just being weird and being homophobic. So don't even say nothing. I'm just telling Rita, like, just keep walking, keep walking. Because we were all like, kind of like, why are they saying that? Like, we were confused. Like, so we're walking. And Rita is just like irritated. Like, he's agitated. He's just like, oh my God. Like, he want to say something so bad. And we kind of stopped. Like, this was dumb. At this point, we're all the way, like, we're kind of far, but we still able to see them because they were at an angle and we were kind of at an angle. We could still see each other, but we're kind of far from each other. So he stops and he's like, wait, let's go. Let's get out of here. I don't want to be here. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay, I feel you. But before we go, let's figure out where we're going. Rita's just like, no, I'm ready to go. Like, let's just go. I'm like, I feel you. I'm ready to go too, because that was messed up what they're saying. But like, you know, let's figure out where we're going, because y'all got to remember, Ivy's cousin, she still had the hookah in her hand and it was still lit. Like, it was still on fire and stuff. So it was starting to burn her, because we was kind of walking for, you know, the park is big. So even though we walked on the other side, we were still kind of walking for like a hot minute. So she's just like, you know, her hand is getting hot, like it's starting to burn her. So I'm like, okay, before we just keep walking, I know you want to leave because now, like, I don't know why they just yelling all types of slurs and kind of insulting you. I know you want to go, but before we go, can we just figure out where we're going? He's like, no, I want to leave. So now Rita is getting agitated with all of us. And we're just like, we get it that you want to leave, but can we figure out where we're going first? Like, her hand is burning. So now we're going back and forth with him. He's yelling at us. And I'm like, all right, calm down, because they could still see you. And I don't want you to yell, and I don't want them to think that you're yelling at them, because I don't want them to come over here and try to attack you. And you know what I'm saying? And before I could even finish my train of thought on what I was actually, because I was telling him what I'm telling y'all. Like, I was like, calm down, because they could still see us. And I don't want you to get loud and they think, you know what I'm saying? As I'm saying that, here comes one of these ninjas to my son.
What you said? What you said? What you said, Bunty boy? What you said?
Going crazy, just walking up to us. So as he's walking, yo, I know I said 10 guys was sitting down chilling. Tell me why it's like, and I'm not even exaggerating. I know I be exaggerating, y'all, and I be dragging it. But y'all, this time, I can call Ivy right now and ask her. It was like 30 ninjas behind that boy. Like, just posted up. You see some with rocks, sticks. They like,
what you said? What you said?
Walking up on us. And I'm like, yo, everybody, like me, Ivy, and her cousin, we like, hold on, calm down, calm down. So Rita is just like walking away. At this point, he's kind of like walking away. He's behind us and we're kind of in front of him, trying to protect him the best we can, because we like telling them like, calm down, like, what's going on? Like, relax. Like, we're leaving. It's not that serious. He's like,
yeah, get the hell out. Get the hell out. Bunty boy, get the hell out.
Just saying, you know, homophobic stuff to him as he's walking out. And we're like, yo, he's leaving. Like, we're leaving. Don't worry about it. And then one of the guys is like, nah, we don't care if y'all could stay. It's him. He gotta go. He gotta go. He can't stay here. He gotta go. And I'm like, all right, but we all came in together, so it don't even matter. We're all leaving. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, we're leaving. Don't worry about it. Like, it's cool. He like, yeah, get him out. Get him out. Get out. So now Rita is like walking super fast. Now at this point, he's kind of low-key like running away from the park, and he's on the like other side of the park. So they still coming in. At this point, we're not even in the park no more. We're like across the street from the park. And it's like still 30 of them trying to attack him, and they got rocks. They trying to throw rocks at him. They throwing sticks. I'm like, yo, calm down, like relax. Like we're like, yo, relax. They're like, nah, get him out of here. Get the hell out of here. You don't belong here. You're not wanted here. You da 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 da. I'm not gonna repeat the words, but yeah, just going hard, y'all. They all imagine 30 huge. I'm talking about there was some that were big, short, tall, fat, skinny. It don't matter. Any size, any weight, any skin tone, they was there blacking on him with rocks in their hand, sticks ready to throw it at him, ready to attack him. So we're just all like, mind y'all, we're all girls. So we're just like, calm down. Like we scared because it's like we don't want to get hit with nothing because we not trying to get hit with nothing. But on top of that, we're trying to make sure Rita is good. And you know what I'm saying? Like we're not even in the park anymore. At this point, why are you still bothering us? Why are you still coming up to us? Like, what's going on? So we're like, calm down. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. Like, relax. So they like, nah, get him out of the, he don't belong in this hood. Da-da-da. Like, he don't belong. Y'all, hood ninjas don't play about their hood. They don't play about who be in their hood. They just don't play, period. And if you live in Gun Hill, or you know about living in Gun Hill, and you from the Bronx, or you from New York, and you know about Gun Hill, you sure already know that's the ghetto, okay? It's the ghetto. I lived there for like 2 years. I know it's the ghetto. Like, I'm not even about to sugarcoat nothing. It's ghetto. And you know, like the guys, they just be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then so they're still going at him. At this point, Rita is on the phone with his dad. I don't know who. Well, I think he was on the phone with his dad. And now at this point, all you see is Rita getting in the Uber, and he's driving off. He drives off. So now it's just me, cousin, and Ivy. Ivy's cousin and Ivy and me. So now as he drove off, we like, okay, like we're not even mad that he drove off and he ain't say nothing to us, because obviously like they're about to attack him. So he did the best thing he could, which was getting out of the situation and just leaving. So we're not even mad at that. We're just kind of like, okay, he's gone. They still like looking and stuff, and I'm just like, he's gone, like y'all could, like it's fine. So then they're like, oh yeah, y'all could stay. So we're like, nah, we good. Like, and they just walk away, and they just walking away. Yo, when I tell y'all, like, I don't know if I'm explaining this right, because this happened like years ago, so I may not be explaining this the best way, but I'm trying to remember some things. But all I remember, it was so many guys against 3 girls and 1 boy, that even people that were in their car, like they parked, their car was parked by the park, like right next to the park. They seeing all this, and they're like, yo, calm down to the guys, because it's like they seeing it's all these guys, and it's 3 girls and 1 boy, and they're like so confused. And like you see like moms, like parents kind of looking and like giving the side eye, and like kind of like trying to step away instead of really getting involved and telling them to calm down. They're like, but again, I don't blame them, because we in the hood, if you see something and you see there's about to be a fight that's about to break out, best thing I'll say is to not get involved, because you know, just don't get involved. It's not your business. Just keep it pushing. So I understood, but they also knew what was going on. Like, we were literally getting attacked because our friend is gay. And during fucking gay pride, y'all, it was literally the day of gay pride. Like, because I know gay pride month is like the whole month, but the actual parade day and everything, it was on that day. So that's what made it even more ironic. It was just like, really though, like it's not that deep. Like, and on top of that, he was gone. So once he got in the Uber, they left too. They went back into the park like nothing happened. So me, Ivy, and cousin, we're all looking at each other like, what the hell just happened? Like, we're all looking at each other just shocked. Like, when I tell y'all, we're just like, what the hell just happened? So the first thing I'm like doing is like, okay, let me call Rita and see if he's okay. I'm calling Rita. He's not answering. I'm like, oh my God, is he okay? I'm texting him like, yo, Rita, you good? Like, where are you? Did you go home? We can go meet you at your house. Like, are you okay? You good? He texts me back and he's like, I'm good. You don't got to meet me at my house. I'm good. I'm with my dad. I'm like, all right, just hit me up, you know, later. Like, hit me up later. He's like, cool. So I'm like, bet. So I'm looking at Ivy and I'm looking at Cousin, and I'm just like, okay, so what now? Like, and they like, well, like, we just kind of shocked, and we're just like, okay, like, we're so confused. Like, we were just standing outside of the park for a long time, just looking at each other, so confused onto what just happened, y'all. We were just so confused. So finally, Ivy's cousin is like, all right, for one, this is your neighborhood, and you said you and your mom work out every morning in that exact same park. So one thing you're not gonna do is leave the park. So we're like, what? She's like, you're not leaving this park. We're going back in that park because they know your face now. After this, they know your face. So if you're gonna be in the park with your mom, they have to know that you're familiar to the neighborhood and you're not just trying to cause trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because, and at the time, I feel like she had a point, because I am new to the neighborhood, but I do still be outside, and I don't want people to remember me as the girl that was a part of that little riot or whatever they was trying to do. You know, like, I don't want them to look at me like, okay, what's she on? I don't want my mom to be in the middle of that either. So I'm like, you know what? Let me, you know, she was basically saying, like, don't let them run you off. This is your neighborhood. Like, this is where you live at. You know, we don't have to be here. We could go home, but we're not going to go home because, you know, you got to let them know that you live here and that you ain't going nowhere. So we go back into the park. To me, it made sense because I understood where she was coming from. They don't live in my neighborhood. They could go home and not come back and nobody would care. But I still live here. So I'm still going to be around the park here and there. I'm still going to be exercising around that park. I'm still going to be outside. I'm still going to be familiar to the neighborhood. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I was just like, okay, let's go back to the park. It made sense at the time. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Let's go back to the park. So we're going back and we sit back down to where we was at. We're sitting down and we're literally across from the guys that were just attacking Rita. So now we're just sitting there awkwardly. They just looking at us and we're just kind of like trying to avoid eye contact. Honestly, y'all, the day started becoming gray. Like, the sky started becoming gray. I felt like it was about to start raining. And I'm like, should we really stay? Like, it's about to start raining. Honestly, I feel like there's no point of us staying here. They're just looking at us at this point. Yo, I thought it was a spider. I got scared. But they're just looking at us at this point. They're just staring at us because they're just like, I'm pretty sure they were thinking like, why are they back after what just happened? Like, you would think they would leave, but they back at the park. So they probably just looking at us like, what's going on with them? Like, why they just here? So we're sitting down, we're like on our phone. I'm still trying to get in contact with Rita, but he's not answering. He's not texting back. So I'm just like, let me just leave him alone, give him some time to kind of cool off, because you know what I'm saying? Like, he probably was scared as hell because I'm pretty sure this was the first time this ever happened to him. And I'm pretty sure he was, like, you know, traumatized. And I wanted to give him some time to kind of, like, you know, breathe. So I'm just like, okay, well, what we doing? Because it's about to start raining. The sky is gray. Like, they're like, Ivy's cousin is just like, let's just sit there and let's just chill for a little bit and then we could just go. So we chilling. And then one of the guys starts coming up to us. He approached us. And he's like,
hey, excuse me, y'all. I just wanted to apologize for what happened earlier. It was no problem with y'all. It was more so with y'all friend. We don't tolerate that body boy stuff.
I'm not really gonna like go into what he was saying because he was kind of still going off. But I was just like, it's cool, but like at the end of the day, like if we wasn't bothering y'all, like why did y'all just start attacking him for no reason? Like, and then y'all know what this man said? He wasn't even a man. That boy looked 16, first of all. But y'all know what this boy said? He talking about something.
Oh, we thought he threw a frank at us.
Now, if you're not from New York, you're probably not gonna understand what that means. But throwing a frank is basically saying suck my, yeah. So they thought he said that, or they thought that he, like, you know, said something to them when he was arguing with us about leaving the park. Y'all remember when we was going back and forth about him, like about us leaving the park, but he wanted to leave right away and we didn't. We wanted to wait until we figure out where we was going. So while we're having that back and forth, they thinking he over there arguing with them. So that's why they got mad, and that's why they came up to us. That's what they're saying to us. I don't know if they're lying. I don't really care. But at the time, I was just like, why would he be throwing a Frank at y'all? He don't even know y'all. Like, we were just mind our business. We were just walking, and you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all kind of just attacked him. And they're like, oh, but it wasn't nothing like that. We just don't tolerate no weird gay stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, all right, but it was just never that deep. Like, and at the end of the day, y'all still kept going after we left the park. Y'all just kept coming. Like, and it was a lot of y'all, and it's just us. And I just feel like that was messed up. Like, at this point, we're all just kind of like having a conversation. And then after we kind of spoke to this one boy, he left. Then another boy came. And at this point, they're just all coming to us apologizing and saying that, you know, we don't have to leave. We could stay at the park. It wasn't about us. Da da da. And we're just kind of like, we understand. But at the end of the day, it's like, why did y'all have to do that? Like, that was messed up. Now, I'm looking at them and I'm like, wait a minute. Because at this point, it's like 3 of them talking to us. But it's still a bunch of them like just sitting down. So we're like, how old are y'all? Because y'all look young. The oldest one was 18 years old, y'all. Them were babies that was about to attack us. Now, I know back then I was young, but y'all, I was out of high school at the time. I think I was in college. We were all in college. We were out of high school. We were grown. So it was just like, were we really about to get attacked by some kids? Now, I know in the hood, like, it don't matter how old you is. If you dangerous, you dangerous. Like, okay, it don't even got an age on it. Like, it be people in New York, they be 14 years old hitting licks, okay? So at this point, age is just a number in the hood. But we were still like, y'all some kids, and y'all really trying to run us out the park. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. I wasn't saying that, but I was thinking that. I'm just like, that's crazy. But yeah, like, so we just going back and forth with them or whatever, and we just feel like, you know, that was kind of messed up. Like, you didn't have to do all that, and he was already leaving. We were already leaving. So they like, oh, we get it, but it was just like, we thought he said something to us, and we don't play like that, da da da. Like, then one of them tried to ask for my number, and I said, it's time for me to go. I was like, y'all ready? Once he asked my number, I said, first of all, you a kid. Second of all, you really think I'm gonna give you my number after what you just did to my friend? And I was just like, I'm good, thank you. I have a boyfriend, I'm good. So then, y'all, this is about to be a little introduction. Before I end this video, this is about to be an introduction to, we're going to call him Yellow Eyes. This is about to be an introduction to Yellow Eyes. And the only reason why I'm calling him Yellow Eyes is because y'all going to understand why I'm calling him Yellow Eyes. I'm not even going to get into it now. But this is an introduction to Yellow Eyes because this happened the same day. Right when we was about to leave, right? I'm like, y'all ready to go? Because at this point, everybody, all these boys is coming up to us, telling us they're sorry or whatever. So we're just like, whatever. Like, I just feel like it was unnecessary. We're just going back and forth. Then they kind of go about their day or whatever. They still at the park chilling, but they're minding their business. We're minding our business. So it's starting to drizzle a little bit. It's starting to rain. So I'm just like, oh yeah, my hair is done. Okay, I'm ready to go because I'm not trying to get wet. So right before we leave or whatever, there is some other group of guys that come at the park, right? They come in the park, and I'm not gonna lie, I seen Yellow Eyes, and I'm like, who the hell is that? I'm like, who's this? Like, who's that? So Yellow Eyes see me. I think it's like 3 of them. So Yellow Eyes see me, and he kind of just start walking towards where we're sitting. So he's like, yo, like, what's up? I don't know. I don't really remember how he kind of like flirted or whatever, or how he approached me, but he kind of approached me and he was just like, oh, like, you know, what's up? Like, I don't know, y'all, I forgot, but he approached me or whatever, and I was just like, what's up? And he like, oh, wait, like, what y'all doing? What y'all got going on? So we just like, oh, nothing, we actually about to leave because it's about to start raining. He like, oh, word, like, y'all were here all day. Like, he just kind of making comment, like, him and his other friend was talking, and then there's the other one that's just quiet, not really saying much. Like, so the other friend is talking to cousin, and then Yellow Eyes is talking to me. So his homeboy is talking to cousin, and Yellow Eyes is talking to me. Ivy and his other homeboy that was just quiet was just not saying nothing. So we're all talking or whatever. We're talking. Me and Yellow Eyes is talking. He's like, oh, okay, y'all was here all day. We're like, yeah, we were here all day and some crazy shit went down. So now we about to go home. So he's like, what went down? What happened? So I'm explaining to him exactly what happened. And I'm like telling him like it was those guys over there. They were kind of being crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they were being weird. So he's like, them little ass ninjas, that's they ran y'all out the hood. Like they ran your homeboy out the hood. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, like it was just a lot. And he's like, man, if I was here, none of this would have went down. Like, I don't even play that gay stuff, but none of this would have went down. He ain't bothering y'all. He ain't bother y'all. He ain't bother them. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Like, none of this would have went down if we was here. So then his homeboy's like, yeah, like them some little ass ninjas. Like them our sons. Like those are our sons. Like they already know. Like, you know what I'm saying? None of this would have went down if we was here. Like they was some childish stuff. Cause we telling them like, bro, like we wasn't bothering them. Rita wasn't bothering nobody. We were just chilling. And he like, yeah, them some little ass ninjas. Like they already know. Like we don't even play like that. Like we don't play that stuff. Like, but we wouldn't. None of this would have went down. So we like, yeah, but we're ready to go. So Yellow Eyes is like, okay, well, before you go, like, give me your snap. So I give him my snap. We exchange snaps. And he's just like, all right, like, I'll see you then. He like, you live around here? I'm like, yeah, I live around here. He like, all right, then I'm going to see you then because I live around here too. So I'm just like, okay. So, yeah. Then after that, we just kind of like left. And if y'all want to see and hear more about Yellow Eyes, make sure you stick around for the next video because my next video is actually gonna be very embarrassing and it's gonna be about Yellow Eyes. Well, Yellow Eyes is gonna be in the story, but it's not really about him, but he's also gonna be mentioned in my next story that's extremely embarrassing, and it's also gonna take place at that same park that we was at. So if you want to hear that story, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. But this is the end of the story time, y'all. So if you did like this video, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video.